Walsh.
He's been known as a transphobe.
Oh.
He's been known as a homophobe.
Oh.
He's been known as a misogynist.
Damn.
The man, the myth, the legend, doing work that most people are too coward to do today. Subhanallah.
Yeah.
May Allah guide him. Rolling Stone, New York Times, they've been slamming him without even watching it. I think that's unfair. So let's see for ourselves. Bismillah.
Gender and sex, and there's a lot of controversies there. If we're talking about a trans woman has all of the male physical characteristics, so would that not be a male then? Couldn't we plainly say this person is a male?
Well, I guess it's like, why are you asking the question? I think I want to understand sort of why that's so important. So if someone tells you...
Just to sort of understand reality, you know?
Well, I mean, I think when someone tells you who they are, you should believe them. So if a person says that they're a woman or they're a man, then that's them telling you their gender is. I'm not so sure what social interactions would have to do with maleness or femaleness that would.
Well, I'm not even talking about social context. I'm just trying to start by getting to the truth, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really uncomfortable with that language of like getting to the truth. Again, in social life.
Why is that uncomfortable?
Because it sounds actually deeply transphobic to me. And if you keep probing, we're going to stop the interview.
If I probe about what the truth is?
You keep invoking the word truth, which is condescending and rude. I'm saying to you...
How is the word truth condescending and rude?
Why don't you tell me what your truth is, and you're walking on 30 seconds more of thin ice before I get up.
What my truth is? Well, I don't think I really have a truth. I think that there's just the truth, like the reality. And so we should begin by trying to figure out what the reality is.
Uh-huh. And why are you concerned with when someone else tells you that they're a man, or even if they use the word male, why are you concerned with not believing them?
Well, you keep bringing it back to, you know, how do you respond in a social situation?
But that's what I do. I'm a social scientist.
Well, right, but we're in a university. This is a place of understanding truth, isn't it? Or
absolutely, we pursue truth, and I'm a social scientist, and that's what I do.
But you just said the truth is transphobic.
That you would say, if you're saying the truth is that I get to say, you're not a man, show me your genitalia, that's transphobic.
No, I don't want to see anybody's genitalia. I just mean someone can make a statement about themselves that could be untrue. Like, for example, if I were to say that I'm a black man, would you accept that, or would you be skeptical?
Are you black? Are you African American? Are you biracial?
Wow. Why you care?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, you don't look that, and I don't think it doesn't sound like that's a genuine statement of who you are.
Okay, so that's my point. I could make a statement about who I am that's incorrect.
Of course, I think it's well established that human beings can lie, yes.
Or not even lie. I mean, I could just be mistaken.
Yeah.
Sure where you're going. I guess this all comes back, it all comes down to really one question. Especially women, gender and sexuality studies. So what is a woman?
Why do you ask that question?
I just really like to know.
What do you think the answer to that question is?
Well, I'm asking. That's why I came to a college professor who's this is what you do.
What other kinds of answers have you gotten?
Look at his body language getting closed.
A lot of like this, where you're not answering, and I've gotten a lot of that. So
I think it's interesting that you say that some of the people you've interviewed have been reluctant to answer it, and I think that has a lot to do with the way the question.
Guys, listen, I'm sorry for the zoom-ins, bro. I just had to when I was editing this, bro. I gotta see that one more time, bro.
You've interviewed have been reluctant to answer it, and I think that has a lot to do with the way the questions that preceded it and the way that you've conducted yourself in the interview.
How have I conducted myself?
How do you think you've conducted yourself?
You just really don't want to answer the questions, do you?
I came today very willing and enthusiastic about answering questions about women's and gender sexuality studies, which is the work that I do.
You wanted to answer questions about women's studies, and so shouldn't the first answer you should be able to provide is what exactly is a woman?
Well, for me, it's actually a really simple answer, and that's a person who identifies as a woman.
But what are they identifying as?
As a woman.
So what is that?
As a woman.
Do you know what a circular definition is?
I do.
It's sort of like what you're doing right now, where a woman is a woman.
Mm-hmm. Well, because you're seeking what we would call in my field of work an essentialist definition of gender. I think it sounds like you would like me to give you a set of biological or cultural characteristics that are associated with one gender or the other.
I'm not seeking any type of definition. I'm just seeking a definition.
Yeah, and I gave you one.
Well, now I can say I've been to college.
Oh my God. We should get someone to analyze everything, what he was saying, the body language, and just completely break it down. I don't think you need to be an expert.
We don't need to be an expert to do that. But what I found profound, guys, is the hypocrisy between the first thing this man has said. Astaghfirullah, that I'm even calling him that. If someone tells you they're a woman, you should believe them. Contrast that with, I don't believe it's a genuine statement that you're black. Why? Why do you have an issue accepting that he's black?
Yeah.
If they look like a man, but they say they're a woman and we should believe that, sure.
Yeah.
Then if they look like a 5-year-old and they want to go after a 5-year-old girl, we should believe that.
Yeah.
Where do you draw the line?
And again, something you notice about this interview again is the whole notion of truth. He brings it up. Matt Walsh brings it up a lot, and they always respond with this kind of, you could see the cognitive dissonance. You could see how frustrated they're getting, because it's kind of like, you know, imagine I make a reality for myself, right? I'm a blue-pilled guy. I make a fantasy world for myself where I'm like an astronaut and a doctor and a musician, and I mean, that's haram, you know, a qari and all these amazing things. And someone comes and they're like, listen, you're none of those things. Like, where's your credentials? Let me hear your recite Quran. All of a sudden I start getting angry, that cognitive dissonance, because they're breaking apart my fantasy, because it's not the reality. It's, you know, I'm waking up to the haqq, I'm waking up to the truth. And it's a very detestful, if that's a word, feeling, right? So obviously no one would like that. You could see it with these people. Wallah, it's so sad. These are medical experts, these are doctors, these are professionals, and this is how they're conducting themselves.
It just goes to show, like, these people, they want to be right so bad. You know, like, as Muslims, if we are not right and we are corrected, it's like, okay, you know, like, or if we have no idea what we're talking about, we're like, look, like, I just don't know.
We don't know.
You know, like, let me give you the information from someone who does know, right? We don't try to put up this front, but that's what you see these people doing all the time. Is they're putting up this front. They're trying to say, like, that this is what it is, when clearly it's not. And then when they're questioned about it, they get defensive, like Rami said, cognitive dissonance. But then it's also like their ego is like, no, like, we have to be correct. Like, we have to stay on this in whatever way, shape, or form we can. So it's
dangerous,
sad,
bro. It's pathetic.
I wanna use that example of the billionaire.
Please do, bro.
Just to show how funny it is, because this is actually what they do. You know, I come and I say I'm a billionaire. And you're like, show me your bank account, show me your billions of dollars. I'm like, what do you mean? Why would I need billions of dollars to be a billionaire? I'm a billionaire. It's like, well, what is a billionaire? It's a billionaire. Okay, but what is it? It's a billionaire. It's like, show me billions. It's like, I don't need to have billions of dollars to be a billionaire, but I'm a billionaire. That's exactly what they are doing.
Yeah, the circular definition.
Let me bring that up. Actually, you know what? You guys already seen this. You can rewind it if you want in your free time. But basically, that's what that man was saying. What is a woman?
Yeah.
Someone who identifies as a woman. What is that? A woman. What is that? A woman. Like, bro, you got ovaries. You got an X and a Y chromosome. You got a vahi down there.
I'm trying so hard not to be a jahil.
Me too. And that makes you a woman, bro. That makes you a woman. Is it that hard to say, bro? Your son comes to you, bro, and tells you he wants to be a girl. He feels like a girl. What do you say?
All right, bro. Here, let me get you this dress. Let's paint your nails, bro, and let's go to school, bro. Go like that. Let's see how you feel. You'll probably be ashamed.
Actually, society would love that. They call that gender affirmation.
Yeah, see, I can't even say that.
Can't even say that, bro. You can't even be sarcastic, bro.
Could we possibly see Matt Walsh on the podcast?
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
I'd love to ask him why he's still Christian. Because if he has an open mind, let's talk about some stuff. You know? Bismillah. Next question, bro.
I can't see.
Okay, so brother Ben Iqra writes, Salam guys, have you looked into using OBS for your streams instead of StreamYard? This will be our last live stream, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, not forever, but for a while. because we are switching over to professionally recorded episodes, podcasts, inshallah. Editors, multiple angles, all that. They're pre-recorded. They're not going to be live anymore. And they're going to start next week on Friday, inshallah, July 1st, 2022. Y'all are going to get fresh new podcasts every single Friday. So no more of these live streams anyway. So inshallah, you'll get good production quality, not just, lighting like this where it's just getting it done for the podcast, inshallah.